Look. You're now tuning in to BS Talk. She came to keep it 100, not the BS show. So listen to Queen Key. She here with some free game. No he say, no she say, but maybe a replay of the news, giving views, and she dropping shoes. Maybe even a couple tools that you can use. Yeah, cause there's a lot we need to talk about. So we gon' kick it like we chillin' at the barbershop. BS Talk. BS Talk. BS Talk. This is BS Talk. Yeah. BS Talk. BS Talk. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Queen Key BS Talk. So today we will be talking about when should you leave a relationship. Woo! All right. Well, let's get started with one. Yay!
Well, like always, I like to say hey to my panel, Miss Kayana Taborn, Miss Cassie, my man behind the camera, the cameraman, of course, Coach Hall, just registered today. I'm officially on the CMS ballot for November. Remember, go out and vote. District 2, the People's Champ. Okay.
Dubsy.
You know.
Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment also. Please comment. So what do you think about when should someone leave a relationship?
Wow. That right there is a really, 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 really hard one to even say, because I don't think it's ever, I don't know if it's ever the right time to leave a relationship. I just guess you just have to leave.
Of a right time?
I don't think it's a right time because it's so many things to leave.
There's so many variables.
There's so many variables to leave. I mean, it's hard, especially if you got like a lot of years invested, kids. It's just so many dynamics to leaving a relationship. You just don't leave, because sometimes when you leave, it's deadly.
So, sorry. Yeah. So should you stay because of kids?
You know what? I'm a married man for 30 years, and we had discussion today, and I think we done got divorced about 50 times already. It ain't never been there, but we work it out. So I don't know because I don't know. That's a hard question. This is a good one here. I don't know. Is there ever a right time to leave?
I think it is.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it is. I think like when that relationship no longer serves its purpose. If someone is abusive,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like you can't stay.
Right.
And I think like sometimes we do stay, and I think sometimes we stay for the kids.
Right.
And staying for the kids is more detrimental. So you need to leave the relationship and try to show the kids like it's okay to get out.
Yeah.
With me, with the era we grew up in, it's just like with all the episodes we ever done, with me, family is everything. And if you grow up without a family, you sometimes want to see your kids have what you didn't have, so you sacrifice your life just so they can have one. And it's a lot of people, just in relationships that they should leave, but they don't know how to leave. Because as a man, if you leave a woman, you never solely leave her if you was in a relationship with her, if you're a good man, because you always gonna forever have to take care of that lady some kind of way.
But the magic word is if you're a good man. So if you are a good man, you're not putting your hands on her.
Right.
If you're a good man, the bills, the mortgage, and everything is getting paid. There's
Right.
groceries in the house.
Right.
She's not having to lack for anything if
Right.
you're a good man.
Right. But you know what? I have found that good men are the ones to get left, and the bad ones is the one that don't get left.
Yeah. So a lot of times people stay in relationships getting their hand, somebody putting their hands on them. And it ain't always the man putting his hands on
Right.
the woman. Sometimes it's the woman putting their hands on
Right.
the man also. So it's like, when do you get out? Is it the first time somebody put their hands on you, or do you wait till you have a baby and then you don't want the baby to see somebody putting their hands on you? So, I mean, like, I think some people just don't get out soon enough.
But you know the thing about it is you talk about hands, but that mental abuse worse than hands.
And verbally
That's so
abused.
good.
Yeah.
We have a comment, and it says, if you're being physically or mentally abused, you should leave.
Yeah.
You should leave, but a lot of times when you walk to that front door, you ain't got nowhere to go. See, people, it's easy to say I'm gonna leave, but it's a reason why they call it HOME, home, because you're at home. This is your home.
But are you saying stay?
No, what I'm saying is, it's like a man or woman got the Stockholm syndrome, because the reason why we're scared of the dark, because we don't know what's in it. I mean, for a man, it's easy to walk out that door. We can go make it. But when it comes down to a woman, I feel for any woman that got to go out here and start over and trust that a man ain't a drunk when she meet another man, or a pedophile that you don't know nothing about, messing with your kids when you ain't around, or either anything. I feel for women.
But I think that's a big problem. Like, a lot of people don't leave because they are afraid. So they continue to keep finding the same people over and over and staying too long. Like, when do you get out? Like, when should you leave?
When you leave, like I say, my mother and father, and I'm just speaking from what I know. My dad was abusive, and my mama left. Okay. My mama left. I can see that.
Okay.
But my mama left and married my daddy's best friend. So, and then she left a man that put his hands on her to a man that didn't put his hands on her, but he was a junkie.
Yeah, so.
But she said, I would much rather deal with the man that didn't put his hands on me. It's all about what you want to put up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
Body.
3 comments. One says, fight back can also be an option, but who wants to live like that?
Mm-hmm.
Someone else says, I agree, you should leave when it's physically, verbally, and mentally abused. Never stay for your kids, because I stayed 20 years and it still affects my family now. Another comment, men go through abusive relationships.
Yes, also.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think you should stay 20 years into something and then 20 years later, now you're leaving. That's 20 years of your life.
That's
it's too long.
I disagree though.
No, listen to me. Them 20 years, look, that says 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the natural life sentence in prison is?
20 years.
20 years, yeah. So you have literally spent life learning how to live life. But I would say to that person right there that what made you wake up after 20 years? What makes a person wake up after 20 years?
Okay, so I'm gonna show you something, because you and I were on like the show P Valley.
Right.
Keyshawn or Mississippi, whatever, she's now ready to leave Derek because he's putting his hands on her kids.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it could be because of the fact that now you're going outside of the box, or it could be to the fact that when I went into this relationship, I was a kid. He groomed me, and I didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started learning me, and I started knowing me, and then I realized now that, okay, this is not what I need. Like, the first person I ever heard of who left a relationship after 31 years was Patti LaBelle. She divorced her husband after being with him for 31 years, and she just basically stated that there was nothing else there. But then in this particular instance, it's about, sometimes we have to think about what age did you meet that person. I lost my virginity, my virginity was taken from me at the age of 10. I got with my daughter's father. He groomed me. He showed me how to like suck dick. He showed me everything that was for him.
Right.
But then as I started realizing what my friends was talking about, and I had to be like, oh, no, that's my world isn't like that world. So then it took me having to say, okay, you know what? I need more than this. Because I had a man who was sitting here telling me, you didn't have anything, you're not going to be anything. If I want to, I can go fuck your sister, I can go fuck your best friend.
Okay, we got a couple of comments.
Okay, so that's just what I'm
Young
trying to
Fortune.
say. Shouldn't no man allow himself to be abused? That's weak. Anyone can be abused. I agree. You can leave when everything starts hurting you, but don't hurt in a relationship you love in a relationship. But then sometimes you don't even know if you're hurting.
Well, the thing about it is, I would say to you can't say the name wrong.
Yeah, just
Okay, to the comment about that's weak. I wouldn't say a man is being abused is being weak. I would say that is a man that truly loves his family and his household unit, and we put up with a lot of mess so that our kids won't have to go through what we've been through.
Amen.
So I wouldn't say that's weak. I say that's a strong man just to stand in the ranks, because guess what? If you leave, you weak if you're a man.
Yeah.
If you stay, you weak if you're a man. If you don't pay the bills, you a sorry man.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is it depends on what you're trying to get out of life and what you, because the sad part about it is not promised to nobody. Life isn't promised to nobody, and we all sit down, whether it's a little boy or a little girl, that want our family to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get with your family, you got your family. Sometimes people sacrifice everything just so they can have their unit, so their kid won't have to go through what they've been through. Because like when I was little, my father had girlfriends that would mess with you, molest you. And guess what? My mama gone, and people don't really understand. A child really has no voice. So when you leave and you tear up a family unit, you break that bond. You might be, the woman might be happy, the man might be happy, but the kids go through hell that you never know, and the kid can't really come and say nothing to the parent, because if a parent is a weak parent, you're trying to make it hard for them. So
a lot of your issues, you shouldn't be bringing them in front of the kids, because they're watching too.
Right.
Especially abusive and somebody verbally attacking one another, and the kids are watching. I think that is that's not good.
No.
At some point, somebody gonna have to leave, or somebody gonna get hurt, and that's what you don't want. It's a time when it gets so bad, you should just leave.
And then if you don't leave, and you got, like, for instance, you got a son, and some man run up on his mom, and he know what a gun is, or you don't even know your son had a gun. Now your son trying to protect his mama, he done killed his man. Now is you should have left.
Yeah.
But everybody telling you should leave. But when love is crazy. Like Eve say, it's blind. It controls your mind.
It does.
So do you? Because I know I don't have men tell me that let's say they come home so late and the woman like, leave. Like, should you leave? Right? Like when somebody is telling you they so angry and they mad at the situation, should you leave?
Well, I would say this here. If you from the Smackahoe tribe, you need to leave.
I'm sorry.
I mean, for real, if you an abusive man and you smack a whole tribe and you know that it only takes this, I mean, it's a split second before you hit that woman, her head hit the wall, and she busts her head and she died. So it's easy to, what I have learned is a real man just say, you know what, fuck it, and walk back out the door.
Can we not say a real man? Can we say a real person? And the reason why I'm saying is...
Well, hold up. I was talking about a man because I'm saying
I know
what
you're a
man.
man. I know
and you want to say person, you say person.
Okay.
But I'm saying man.
Okay. And I've been in
It's a relationship.
Yeah. I've been in an abusive
Right.
relationship. And my person who was abusive to me was a female. And it was if I said something that wasn't to her liking, I got smacked.
Yeah,
So-
but
so-
I heard that women are more abusive than men.
Yeah, I
Like
heard
some,
that
some
too, yeah.
like a lot of times when you're in relationships, a lot of them act harder than
A man
a
does.
man's. So
Right.
and they're very abusive when it comes down to a relationship, whether it's verbally or putting their hands on somebody. Like
Yeah, I
they
heard
like
that
to.
too.
So I don't.
It is because
They're
it was
control freaks.
Yeah.
yes, and then but my thing was it wasn't until I got into a relationship with this one particular girl that I experienced an abusive relationship.
I just can't see you sitting up there letting nobody smack you. I'm being real now. I just don't.
I'm gonna tell you
But
something.
did you get out then? Like the first slap?
No.
So see, that's
No,
my
I
thing.
didn't.
Like
I didn't get out then.
if somebody slap you the first time, what make you think they won't smack you again? Because most
Yeah,
of
they
the
done got the first one out the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
because most of the time what happens is even with cheaters, like when somebody go out there and sleep with somebody, once you allow that and they see how easy it is, they do it again.
Mhm.
So it all depends on the consequences that people have behind what they have done.
And a lot of times, I'm gonna just say this here, cause my daddy, he was from the Smack-a-Hole tribe.
I love that tribe.
The
I like the title of that tribe.
Right, and I learned that ain't what you do.
Yeah.
And I've learned that if you get with a violent person, they not gonna stop being
Yeah.
violent unless they really got self-control. Because once you fingerprint me on my face, no.
And I learned that those people don't want to be in a relationship with somebody
That's
that they
gonna fight
know-
them back.
Come on,
Yes.
that they
Right,
know
right.
they can't. You gotta-
That's why I'm
Okay.
saying I just can't believe you sit there and let somebody know
Yeah,
I
you
did,
up.
I did, because I was submissive and I really love that person. So two comments. I disagree. The minute it doesn't feel right, you should bounce.
Mm.
Personal and mental health is the most important. Be selective who you reproduce with.
Right.
Most issues are the fault of your decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that one. Another comment stated, follow back up on the previous comment, I stayed 20 years because I love this man. We started dating at 17. This was the only man I had been with. We have 3 kids and I wanted my family. At 37, I had to learn myself all over again. Told you.
Told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Talk to the hand what I'm
Told
telling you.
you.
Yeah. So
I mean, but the thing of it is I can appreciate whoever that is because
they tried.
I mean, we talk about a woman that walked out on faith. It's evident that she just started her life over and I mean, that's strong.
But I got a thing for the person too. Sometimes we gotta watch what we love about people. Because we'll say that we love somebody. Sometimes it can be just the way they look, or the way they dress, or the way they talk, the way they treat you. There's a lot of different reasons why you love somebody. But see, you got to be key reasons that keep you together with somebody. Because I don't love the way you hit me. I don't love the way you verbally abuse me. I
You
don't
know
love
what?
the way you keep staying out.
See,
For 2 weeks.
with me, what keeps you with a person that's not love, what keeps you with a person is if you're in love with them. See, you can love your dog. You can love your car. But when you are in love with a person, that means like John Legend, just like, just love. When
Unconditional.
Unconditional. That means that's that person that you're going to wipe their behind when they get older. You got a photo album with them. Y'all can look back. It is so hard when you got years invested in kids and everybody, no matter what, they ain't gonna accept nobody else at the family reunion. I don't like her.
Yeah, but most people, I don't know, because one of the things I disagree with is staying with somebody because you have children with them. I think the agreement has to be that we still love our children and we're going to take care of our kids, because we can be so unhappy that now we're abusing the kids.
Right.
The relationship is damaging our
Toxic.
children.
It's toxic.
Yeah, so staying in a relationship with somebody can actually hurt the family altogether.
Right.
So
Right.
now the whole relationship family part is damaged.
It's tarnished.
Yeah.
You know what I've learned, that if like I seen this on Instagram yesterday, and I had to take my wife to the hospital. You know, you know, she's a loving person and she take a lot on. And you know, shouts out to Miss Missy, she doing better. You know, but she's a loving person, and when you love too hard, like she got two brothers that she loved, and they going through things that she can't control. And I, as a husband and somebody, you like, hey, listen, you're going to destroy yourself right along with your family because you using energy somewhere else.
Yeah.
You can't control that.
You still want energy.
Yes, and I'm saying, listen, I am the man in the house, and I am the one that's taking the heat. Because the one that's closest to you get all the hell. No matter what goes on, you going to get it. But if you're in love with a person, you know they don't mean what they're doing right now. They just going through some shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got another comment, and I want to piggyback on what you just said. Someone that loves you won't hit you or verbally abuse you. That's not love. But then my question,
That's not the truth.
and that's my question to that, because if that person doesn't know love, then that person's going to give you what they have received.
Well, you know the thing of it is I'm going to say this here. We all been in relationships. It ain't now one of them, after you say, after the honeymoon over, I do and reality come in. Sometimes a person walk through the door, she's so beautiful. Sometimes they walk through the door like, man, this motherfucker. Home, shit, is it 5 o'clock, you know? But the thing about it is over years, you're going to say abusive things to each other. You don't got to do it every, but you're going to have your times. So what I would say is this here. The way we were reared is you stick it out. You keep your business to yourself. If y'all have a knockout, drag out. But you make it work. Unless you got somebody just whooping the wheels off you. Now I don't want nobody.
Yeah, and I'm a piggyback like on
Okay.
that, because what happens is at a young age, I don't care whether you're 2-3 years old, you start learning whether right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you hit somebody, they say ouch, that hurt.
Right.
So if you keep doing it, you know it still hurt the second
Right.
time. You know damaging words to hurt people
I'm
too.
gonna say something when you get
So people know what they are doing, and sometimes you actually want to do it. I think a lot of times what people need to do is stop and breathe before they start putting out damaging words on
You know
each
what?
other.
I'm gonna tell you something. This thing, and I had to learn myself, and I learned it when I was locked up in the penitentiary. When you go to psych evaluations and everything, you know. And the one thing I learned, see, I ain't never been high or drunk, so that never interested
So
me.
you can't make that an excuse.
Right. I don't have an addictive personality like that. But it's one thing I'm addicted to.
Pussy?
No, I'm addicted to that. One thing I'm addicted to is I was raised around an abusive man. So only thing I ever heard is my mama hollering and crying. So that right there, when my daddy hit you, he wasn't hitting you because it was abuse. He hitting you because he getting off. He
Oh,
get
what
off on
you-
pain.
yeah,
It was power.
The same
It's
way
power.
that
Right.
somebody break
So
somebody.
right. So in actuality, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, and when you hit somebody, bam, yeah, it makes you feel good. It's a high, and people don't really understand that. If an abusive person is getting off beating your ass,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
So
Yes.
we got three.
so you have to learn how to control it.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
learn to control.
So we got, I think, 4 comments.
Okay.
Oh.
And this doesn't have to be just a marriage or a dating relationship. This is any relationship, friends, family, or otherwise. I'm talking about verbal abuse. And it says, it takes that individual to be ready to leave, and until someone has been in my shoes, it's hard to understand why I stayed so long. That's a question I ask myself every day. Why did I stay so long? I congratulate you for leaving. Big ups to you.
What I would say to her is, it seems like that's a loving person talking, and when you love, you love hard.
You do?
Some of us love hard.
And she was 17.
And we try to make
right, and then you got to understand. We was taught you don't go around having community ass. You get with that person, you stay with them. You done had a baby, 17, plop. Oh, I got one baby. Now, you probably 9 times out of 10, at 17, you're doing this, you and your mama done fell out. You think you know everything, so I'm gonna go hang out with him because you know, hell, we think an orgasm is the shit. And then you find out, goddamn reality done set in.
But
You
sometimes,
3 babies in.
but sometimes it's not just the sex. Sometimes this is the man who is giving you the attention that you love, the
Right.
one who's validating
Right.
you, the one who's basically showering you with like money. Like if you come from like a low income household,
Right.
and now
And
you
they
got
had
someone
more.
they got a little bit more,
Right. You
then it's
think
like
it's the
okay,
world.
this is an upgrade.
Right.
I mean, I'm only speaking for the fact that
You speaking the truth.
I'm speaking the truth because of I was with someone, a guy. I met him when I was like 15.
Mm-hmm.
We was together off and on for 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know that, no, he didn't put his hands on me, but he was abusive in other ways.
Right.
And I had to, every time I went back to him, the reunion kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter
Right.
until like I was done.
Right.
But then I kept going back because I didn't know me, I didn't believe in me, I didn't trust me, and I didn't love me.
Right.
And
And then-
sometimes we stay in because that's all we know.
Yes.
Right.
So a lot of times, especially at 17, that's all you know. So you
Right.
think that that's what it is.
Right.
Okay, so
It's a lot of shame and embarrassment.
okay, if you have
Right.
someone constantly beating you down verbally, it will eventually beat you down. That's
Right.
not love. You shouldn't
Right.
stay with anyone that's going to do that to you. Someone else says it's a lot of shame and embarrassment. Then we got no need to be ashamed. As a woman, it makes sense for you to give leeway to your spouse because you're naturally nurturing being. And so salute you for having faith in leaving. Ebony, I salute you as well.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this right here. I have 2 daughters, and you know, being the father that I am, I know the signs of abuse, and I hope nobody never abused one of my daughters, cause you know,
Ain't gonna be good.
you know what? I'm gonna think from a rational state. I'm the first because I know how things can be, and I'm not trying to come. You know, because I can go over there and say don't be beating on her, and me and him get into it. I go to jail, she go bond him out, and they laying up sucking and fucking late on the night.
Yeah,
So
and that's how
you
it's
know
going.
what
Or
I'm
they got a
saying?
restraining order on the person.
I think, oh, that's a piece of paper.
I know.
Yeah. But and then too, I'm gonna go to
You know, so it's
So
I'm
I'm gonna go to another part because a lot of times it's not being verbally or physically abused. Sometimes
It's mental.
sexually. Like sometimes when people get in relationships, like they know the sex ain't that good, so they stay in for a little bit and then they complain about it, and then eventually they like, I want to get out. Like it ain't no, but they knew it from the beginning. Like they already knew, but they wanted to work it out because he's such a good person. Can you stay with somebody?
No.
When should you leave a
I mean,
relationship?
I'm gonna be
It
honest.
don't work
if
for you.
it's-
Every man will say the same thing. If you know, if she ain't got that fire on you out. I mean, it ain't. I mean, a man ain't gonna stay. I don't give a damn.
That's a lie.
Yeah, because
You telling?
I'm not talking to you. I'm
Oh.
saying
Some
what's
people-
your statement. I'm not saying what I'm not.
All the men I know, if we could do a poll, if the pussy ain't no good, we out the door.
How many men are on this podcast? How many men are on this podcast? Because
Hey, but then too.
No, time out.
let's
Check
ask
this
the
out. Check this out. No,
one
listen.
of your numbers.
No.
Cameraman.
Hey, look. No, listen. A real talk. I don't care what you say. The woman might work, ain't got no good money. The house might not be all that good. But if you have any conversation with any nigga, you hear it in the barbershop. But boy, that motherfucker got that motherfucking head on the my nigga. Or she got
So
that
some type
motherfucking
of-
fire.
Yeah, but see,
You got to have some good ass before nigga leaving if your head ain't right.
so
That's
What nigga say if the head
That's
right,
right.
bigger than the head not?
so I guess more women stay in bad sexual relationships because they just want a man.
They want a man, and usually a little dick motherfucker pay bills real good now.
So why?
That's not true.
So those people, so they stay in relation.
I don't have a lot of dick.
So they stay in.
I ain't had no dick, but my own. That I
I'm just telling you.
So they stay in.
They come. Women, you know what I have found, and it's the God and it's truth. I have seen women go cheat on their man with a man with what they looking for and go right back home and stay with that joker because she's got comfort. But
I've seen that.
But she'll go over there and let him root. Old boy been going from here to there, and then she go back home and she good.
But I've also seen the man who has stated, I got a woman and we are doing good financially. We are house, cars, bank account, everything financially. But I might get my dick sucked 4 times a year. She says she likes sucking dick, but she ain't really sucking dick. I have to ask for it. So why are you staying? But no, this is what he told me. He says, I'm staying because financially we're good.
Nah.
So you go get it from somewhere else.
He said he's not.
I mean, the thing about it is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what financially good mean because I'm a hustler. We gonna be alright. You know, I mean, niggas don't be financially good. We be alright. We good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's what we.
So basically, you're saying you don't need the woman to be financially stable.
No, but you got to have some decent VJJ. I mean,
It
goddamn.
can be decent, it don't gotta be fire.
No, it got to be fine.
No.
How you gonna tell me?
So, look, because I'm a woman. Listen, two questions. Two comments. I'm going to tell you firsthand as a father myself, train your sons to treat women like they would treat their own mama or grandma. I totally agree with that.
I'm with you on that too.
But I disagree with this next comment. Teach your daughters not to be dependent, but understand submitting to a good man. How can you teach your child to submit to a good man if your child hasn't had a good man? Like, to me, you gotta learn.
I will say this here. I understand what he's saying.
I do too.
Okay, I understand.
I don't, so break it down.
Okay. Basically, what he's saying is this here. I got 2 daughters. I'm raising them to be independent. So if anything, they know how to be self-sufficient.
Yes.
But I'm still raising them to be good wives and understand their role in a relationship. Understand where the no zone is at. Understand to respect that man. And he's saying being submissive. He don't mean like, yes, my king.
Yeah.
He's saying like, okay, let's come to an understanding and let that man be a man. That's what he's saying. But you have to raise your daughters to understand that you're a woman, he's a man. He's going to handle his part, you're going to handle your part. That's just it. And I understand what he's saying. And it's not a bad thing. He don't mean be submissive and let a man just smack you.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm just saying that a lot of people words can be misconstrued.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying what the brother, whoever it is saying that. Just
It was a woman.
Okay, well, raise
It
your.
was a guy.
Okay, raise your daughters
What's the guy?
to be.
Young Fortune?
Young
You
Fortune
know,
not a guy?
I don't know.
To be.
Young Fortune is a guy. He says, as a father myself.
Yeah, so he's a guy.
Yeah, so basically he's saying the right thing. You have to raise them to be well-rounded women. And 9 times out of 10, if a woman is raised in the house with a man, 9 times out of 10, she understands the lion roar.
Yeah.
She understands. Go ahead.
Okay,
So
3
they're watching.
comments.
Uh-oh.
If you're the father, you should teach your kids exactly those things. I agree. Even if you're a stepfather. Somebody else, I'm believing this is a female, says, I never seen what a good man looked like as a girl, but I knew what I wanted my husband to look like and what I wanted for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And
she's saying if you don't see it at all, still know what you
know
want.
what the characteristics you're looking for in a man.
Yes, and some people don't know what they're looking for, so when
Right.
they get in a relationship, they don't even know what the heck they
Right,
want.
and then
So
they're like,
they all over the place.
yeah, because
But
you
that's
know.
because they don't know themselves.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the thing about it is, I wouldn't even say you don't know yourself. It goes back to one of the episodes we had when you were raised with, if you were raised by a woman or you were raised by a man. What? What is that?
I'm a man. Yes, thumbs up.
You know, so in you like with anything else, like I can only speak for myself, is you got, my daddy was a good father.
Yes.
Now he wouldn't work for damn as a husband, but he's a good father. I'm a damn good father, and I'm getting better as a husband because I never seen what a family unit real look like, but
Yeah.
I'm getting better and better at it every day. I'm learning to be more patient with my wife. I'm learning to be more understanding in my older age. I'm learning how to be more compassionate. It's a lot of things when you don't get when you little, you learn along the way, but like I can't do that no more. I can't do this no more. You know, so and when you if you can get past that curve out of it, because a lot of people don't make it out the curve in that relationship, they just like fuck it. And a lot of people just stick it out. What's that song? Some people work it out.
I don't know that song.
Yeah.
I don't know that song. Next.
So what if
That's your tongue.
what if people never can come to agreement? I know some people are just so hard on opinions. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what if you never can come to agreement with the person that
Never
you
stay
with? Is
away.
always, yeah.
You gotta
like-
leave.
Well, I wouldn't say you gotta leave. I think
You can't
sometimes.
come to an agreement.
No, listen to me. Agreement is not a. That's
It's
not a
only
reason.
opinions.
Yeah, that's not a reason to tear a relationship apart. I think you need to go to somebody and y'all sit down and talk and see how do you come to a happy medium. You sit down and work, because sometimes it's mental health is real.
Yes.
It is.
You done been raised by a motherfucker that said this is what you do, and you done seen your mama say this is how it got to be. So you go to a man, well, this is what it's gonna be.
No, sometimes it's that man telling that woman.
I'm
this is
just
how
saying
you-
vice versa.
I know. Okay, no.
I'm sick and
What's
tired
that?
and tired and sick.
Vice versa. I know about vice versa.
Vice
Pastor
versa.
Troy.
No, listen.
No, let me get my comment out. Let me get my comment out. Let me just get my comment, and then we can do song jabs. I have a friend, and I'm about to ask you about this. I have a friend who is near and dear to me.
Yes.
Her husband is, I gotta be in control. And when I say to a certain extent, jump, you jump. To a certain extent. He sees no wrong in what he does. All faults come to her.
Right.
He's perfect. But there's no wrong. Like he's basically told her one time, if you listen to me, you won't go wrong. Don't be a follower to what somebody else is saying. So she's learning herself, she's learning what she likes, but in his mind now she's a follower because she's starting to realize what you've been saying is not working out for me. So my question to you is, you know, you're the most oldest person on here, no disrespect to anything, and you've been married for 31 years. How do you keep trying to work that out and work that out? Me personally, you leave.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you like this here. To a certain degree, I have been that person.
So what changed you?
What changed was you look at a person's face and see that you're disappointing and hurting them, and you know when you hurt somebody. So you try not to be so overbearing and demanding, because my daddy was like that. So if you got a person that you know that you can just beat down with your words and they'll submit, and then it get to the point to where they're gonna start doing stuff just so they can feel comfortable. So you got to stop being overbearing to them. You got to understand that their opinion counts too. We had this conversation today, and you know, and I had to understand that everybody wants to be here, the light to shine for them once in a while. Why I got to be your way all the time? And you know what? I had to say, you're right.
And
It ain't got to be my way, because that's got to be. I know it's a hurting feeling, because I can see it in your eyes that you know, I'm a street person, I'm a hustler. So my brain thinks pop, 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 pop. And you coming from, you never hustled a day in your life, and you coming from, this is what to say, do what the Lord say, you know.
And I think that's very good that you're saying that, because you already said that you came from a father that was abusive, and you seen the way. So a lot of people have learned behaviors, and you took a lot of those learned behaviors and brought it into your relationship.
Right.
And then once you realize that a lot of those learned behaviors were hurtful,
Right.
you actually started trying to change them. And I think that's what a lot of people don't do.
Right.
They have a lot
And
of
you
learned
know when
behaviors.
you were
That's
hurting,
big.
you will know when you disappoint or hurt
Yes, because you
somebody
can see
love.
it in their face.
Right. So why would you continue
to keep doing
to
it.
keep doing it?
Yes.
Okay, so we got two comments. Communication and acceptance is the key to knowing when to hold and when to fold. People should be okay with being by themselves. That way, if you ever need to leave you can do it with no problem. That's right, learned behavior.
Right. You know, the thing about it is, and they're right, sometimes, you know, when you get in relationships when you're so young, and you go from being at home with your mama telling you what to do, then you get with a man, and I'm speaking from lived experiences. You get with a man telling you what to do, and the person say, I went from my mama telling me what to do, now you trying to run my life. And you like a man, like, I'm not trying to run your life, but you have to listen to your mate. You got to listen. You got to listen and say, okay, what do I do to change the dynamics of how you feel so we can have, when I walk through the door, I'm a breath of fresh air. I don't want to be an asshole walking through the door. So let's fix this. Let goddamn it, we gotta fix this shit. Let's sit back, let's go in the room, let's cross our legs Indian style, kumbaya, and let's try to come up with a happy medium, because you're hurting. My mental thing, like some women don't understand, like a man can hurt too. A lot of times women don't understand. I'm telling you, hurting me. I don't like that.
So what if you keep continuing to tell somebody something throughout a relationship, and they continue to keep doing the same thing? And this can go a whole lot of ways. So if my husband is telling me, baby, I think you gaining a lot of weight, you need to go work out. And I keep saying, okay, you know, like somebody keep telling you something, and you never go do the thing, because my whole thing is even if you don't go lose the weight, at least if you're making an effort to go do it, then that looks better than not doing something.
You know what? I'm gonna say this to any nigga that will say that to his damn mom. You's a bitch ass. Because if she done had kids and all that, and the older we get, the more what they say, your metabolism slow down. Why would you do that? That's abuse. I don't give a damn if she's your queen. You don't tell her.
Well, it don't have to be. It can be a woman telling her. So
wrong.
what if the other person? Because men are very visual. So y'all looking at people's body. Like I watch it every day. You're looking at body. Men are very visual.
Right.
So if a man is telling his wife this, I think a lot of men, what they do is at least if you're making an effort, then you're giving them some type of promising.
King. Appreciate it, Dance King.
Yep,
hey, vote for Coach Hall. Hey, CMS School District. I guess I like what he said. Say that again. We are strong, but we are humans, and we all hurt.
Read the one above that one too.
Where?
Yes, man. Yes, men can hurt too. Like I'm saying.
Yeah.
We forget, and you know what? Like I'm saying to you, ain't none of us how we met. And I'm one for not abusing nobody mentally or verbally. That is the worst abuse in the world. I much rather you just bust me upside my head. But just to sit up and just degrade a person, put them down. Like, I mean, my stomach, I used to have a flat stomach, now I got a pot belly.
So what if your wife told you, baby, you know, I know you got a big stomach, but can you work on trying to at least lose some weight? Would you feel some type of way about it?
Turn the dick out to 12.
You say what?
Turn the dick out to 12.
Okay, Juan, this is for you. Juan, this is for you. Someone says, I disagree with Juan. Any man that won't tell his woman what he wants from her, he's either cheating on her or don't care, or he is setting her up for failure.
What? I ain't never said. What the hell? What in there? What she said? What did she say that again?
No, this says I disagree with Juan. When we get up and show it to you.
Any man. And what, okay, I know what they said. Because what happens is because you're saying that you're okay with her continuing to get bigger and out of shape, and now you looking at her like you see that, but other people looking at her like, shit, you nasty looking at what I was telling you.
What I'm saying is I've never had that problem, okay? And for the first thing of it is you got to have a problem with your mate before, and I don't have a problem with mine. So, I mean, I don't even know how a person can say, it's like this here. Everybody got things that they like, critique. I like my car clean. I like expensive cars.
So what if she say? What if it's something? Even
Okay, if my car dirty, we got a problem.
What if her car is dirty? You
I
don't
go
tell-
clean it.
So you don't tell her.
I did and it didn't work.
I need more wine.
So you did. So you
need
do
more
it
wine.
yourself.
I do it myself.
I need more wine.
I pay. Listen, I pay for.
Tell me I did.
I did listen. I figured my daddy told me a long time ago.
Got your granddaddy? It's your daddy.
My daddy told me a long time ago, son, choose your battles wisely. And goddamn, guess what? I know my ass when it comes to a clean car. So I bought a thing where you could go
You
through.
gonna read them?
I bought a thing where you could go through the car wash by yourself.
She ain't gonna use it.
No, so I just take the car and clean it.
Clean it yourself.
Okay,
Hey.
because I don't want unnecessary arguments out. And I'm not finna, man, I'm 50 years old.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not
I can
finna put you
see
down.
that.
And I rebuke that demon that talking about I'm cheating.
One. Okay, listen, because you got another one. You got another
What?
one. First, the next one says, constructive criticism is positive in any relationship. So
Bullshit.
when men came back and said, why don't men communicate, Juan? Then somebody else says, communicate about what they want. Then we got another comment. If my woman wants me to do something and tells me she wants me to do it as her man, I'm obligated to make an effect, and so is she. But see, that's what he said.
Huh?
Because we're not sitting here and we're not saying that.
Look, the dance king came in.
No. Okay, so I just
He said that is not true because no one can set you
read
up
it a little bit
for failure.
louder.
Hey, look, I be missing words. You
No
read
one
it.
can. I
Go
can
ahead,
see it
Keanu.
neither.
Okay, that is not true because no one can set you up for failure. Be yourself. It's called building a communication is the key, and that's what holds a relationship together. Okay, can we just take a time out? And this is what I want to go back to. And I want to read this comment one more time. If my woman wants me to do something and tells me she wants me to do it, as her man, I'm obligated to make an effort.
You're right.
And
That's
so
right.
is
That's
she.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So why does that not happen?
It does happen in relationships.
So I'm gonna give you an example. I wanted Timberlands and a wife beater.
Okay.
I wanted him to come to the bedroom in Timberlands and a wife beater.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna.
Oh, y'all role playing?
Okay.
I wanted
Okay.
a New York style dude for one evening. I wanted Timberlands and a wife beater.
Okay.
I like that. Okay.
Okay. I'm not wearing those. I don't wear those.
Oh, so you saying something you wanted and they said I'm not doing
That. So
Okay,
I'm basically
yeah.
coming back to.
And then it goes back to you too. If
But
they tell
then-
you to
Well,
do
you know,
something,
one
then
time-
compromising, like they said.
And I see where it says compromise, but here's the thing about it, and this is something that really 100% it irks me. And it irks me on the fact of the matter, a woman can ask for stuff, and her man has the right to say yes or no. But let a woman say, let her man ask, and let her say no. First thing you're gonna hear is, I can get it from elsewhere.
But these are the things
What
that
woman
these
gonna
are
say
the
that?
reasons why people leave
Wait,
relationships.
hold on. What woman gonna say that?
Say what?
It's
What
some.
you just said?
It's
It's
some.
some. It's some.
Shitting me?
It's some.
So if you go,
Shit.
it's some stuff that your woman gonna say she may not want to do.
You know what?
If you ask her, well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know she watching, but I mean, I have never asked her. I mean, you know, we've been together forever, so the only thing we ain't seen is Jesus right about now. You know what I'm saying? So we do us. You know, one time she wanted me to put on a orchid suit and be the pest control man. So I come to the bedroom, knock on the door with the thing. Pest control. I went in to spray off the bugs.
but you had on the uniform.
Yeah, I had the uniform.
And she got some work done that she wanted to have. So
Right.
I mean, hey,
You come on, but you
Y'all just lying, y'all. Don't believe it.
yeah, I'm tired of this.
But you're compromising. My
Yes.
thing is, some people leave relationships because it's like, I do what you ask of me,
Right.
but then you don't give it back.
Yes.
It's just so hard for me to even understand that because
But it's here.
I know it is, but I don't understand it because that's not the person I am.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to, because I'm a jokey, silly type nigga. You
Yeah.
know, I could be mad. what they call it, bipolar.
Yeah.
I could be cuss you out and be smiling 2 minutes later. You want something to eat, and she be warming in the motherfucker. Hell no, I ain't.
about it.
You know.
So somebody says, I agree it takes two to make a relationship work. Then someone came back and says it's called compromise. Then we got, if they love you, you would see that even if you ask, it's the way you move with the situation. And everybody else is piggybacking.
That's right. You know the way it is, because this is a beautiful topic we're talking about today. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, it's all about love, compromise, and respect.
Yeah.
And if a motherfucker beating on your ass, leave. If a motherfucker choking you and you trying to put a pillow over your face when you sleep, you know you need to leave. You know,
That might be foreplay.
And if somebody's sneaking in your bedroom trying to pull your daughter's panties to the side,
You kill them.
the cameraman talking.
So this is his
Leave.
solution to when.
Right. It's just
These
certain-
are closing remarks.
this is.
That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm just saying you know we went in on this one, but
Yeah.
I'm just
Someone
saying.
say they love this platform. Great work.
Right. You know, I think we need to talk about the next time, and I want to invite somebody if we don't mind. We need.
Yeah. We always
One
do.
subject I think we need to talk about, and the people that's listening, I want to know if they vote on it. Y'all
Okay.
cool with that?
Sure.
I mean, I'm just saying
On what
something.
topic?
I want to know why men are so homophobic.
When men are so.
What
Okay.
makes men so homophobic?
Okay.
I don't need to be on that.
We can.
I mean, well, why? I mean, it's vice versa though.
Yeah.
You got some women like I can't, don't want to be bothered with a woman that's what's the
Yeah.
word you use now? I mean, what
Gay, sexual, what?
in the LGBT community?
Bisexual, lesbian.
I don't know, because you know what? Look, I'm trying to run for the school board. I say the wrong thing, I'd be the whole community be to shut me down.
Somebody said no, not yet. This is off the topic. They don't want us to go.
No, I'm trying to the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
You gotta go. You can't stay here. You gotta go somewhere.
Yeah. So what if you and we'll go off of this.
Mhm.
If you want your woman or your man to wear certain stuff and they don't want to dress the way that things that you like, and you're asking them, because there's a lot of things that your mate can ask you to
Right.
do, and you don't want to do it. And I think what a lot of people should realize is when you're in a relationship is what you won't do, somebody else will
I
do.
know,
So
only
when you-
thing I don't want to do is if she asked me to put on a Bumblebee outfit, I don't think I would do
yeah, but see, some things just going too far.
But
You know, but
Kevin, man, how you feel about putting a Bumblebee outfit?
but if she asking you to put on some Timberlands and a white beater, that ain't too hard to
Right.
do. When somebody's saying, "Oh no, I ain't gonna do that," or if somebody else telling me, "Put on some heels and I want you to come in here with this,"
Yeah.
nothing else on,
Right.
whatever. But you should do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, some things are not that hard just to do. And
I mean, it's
and we
just
make it
y'all.
hard.
It's the pride.
So, but let's see this
It's
though.
the pride.
But
It's
what
the
if you
pride.
have children? How do you compromise around having, little kids in the house? Because a lot of relationships are broken up, and a lot of relationships end because they have little kids, and people don't know how to get around having children. So a lot of
You mean so you can role play, do what you do?
yeah.
You gotta give him some Robitussin and make him go to sleep. Give him some Robitussin,
No,
some
you-
NyQuil,
Benadryl.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Benadryl.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other thing they got out?
Okay, look.
Give him some Castrol. Don't
Hold on,
Melatonin.
So Juan, I just want to confirm something. Did you say why
What?
Juan said he turned into a stick after midnight? You turned into a stick after midnight?
A stick? No. I said my stomach turned into dick after 12.
Can you elaborate on that?
Y'all know what that means. You
I
old
don't know what
girl.
that means.
Come on. You
Right,
don't
that
know.
was how you have a black
You
card.
be the one to pull it out.
Yeah,
He
see.
was saying that he got a stomach, but behind all of that,
Yeah.
once you lift it up, or once you lay down,
Yeah. You see, it's too long, so it go up in my stomach while in the daytime. Then it come down at
Please come
night.
get your husband. Please come get your husband.
But yeah, solution with, or what kind of,
Oh, Derek,
what would you tell?
You
look.
can't read
Derek
a person.
Jones.
You can't read
Oh.
a person's
What is-
brain.
I want to come back next week.
Well,
I
we want you
enjoy
to
these
come back, and we
podcasts.
want you to invite other people.
Like, subscribe, and
Yeah,
what's on the
yeah.
word?
Comment.
Yes.
Yeah, we want
But
you
yeah,
to come
how
back,
do-
D. Jones.
But this the last thing that we're gonna try to help some people on is having children and working around having children with things that you want to do in your relationship, because a lot of people are losing their relationships because they have kids and they don't know how to get around, having children, in the home, going on dates, having sex, spending this time together.
Yeah, you
You
right,
right,
because
you doing
we
what
had
you
that conversation, and I got to get better at that. We had that because she said I want to spend more time with you, so I mean I thought she been spending time in my world, so I'm watching Law and Order.
Yeah.
I'm watching American Pickers, and like, hell, I thought you said no. That ain't what I mean. Well, you got to specify because
So you and her time, like getting out of the house.
right. I mean, like, let's go in the garage and fix the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, I mean,
But
you
she
said-
actually wants to get out of the
Right,
house,
right.
take a pic.
And
She don't even
you
have
know
to do
what?
something with money.
And sometimes you lose yourself over the years
Mhm.
because you have kids. We started having kids. My oldest son 30, and I'm 50.
Yeah.
And we got a 10-year-old, 11-year-old daughter. So we've been having kids our whole life, and that's been your whole life as kids. And for me, I mean, honestly, I'm fucked up. I don't know how to walk off and leave my kids because my daddy used to go on trips and leave us at home. So I don't know how to leave them.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel I get sick, literally sick. I mean, I'm the type of person and I gotta get better. Everybody that's in my circle, if I go on a trip, I think I'm supposed to take everybody.
Who's
Yeah.
everybody?
The children and the wife.
No, I mean my circle. If you my
Am I in
friend,
your circle?
yeah, but
So
what
that
I'm
means
saying,
free
like,
vacation, Keon.
we got people that we tight with,
Yeah.
and it's something about me. People never leave. It's like I'm a matrix. So, and she tell me all the time, they get the best of you.
Mm.
So what you giving her?
I thought I was giving her the best of me, but I got to figure out how to.
But that's what
spread-
make you happy, and she's saying I want. So we have to learn how to work around having children and other people around our
Right,
circle
because I'm so giving that if we go on a trip, I'm like, well, dang, let's just go talk to a travel agent. We get it cheaper, and the people that I know, they ain't never been nowhere, and I'm fucked up like
So you start trying to take.
Right, I'm
and
putting
she,
this,
and she
and
wants
she
to
like,
work
I
her
just
time.
want it to be you and me, and I have to realize it, because you got to understand, when you grow up in a situation like we did, where your friends and everybody was your family, your family, like we wasn't a gang, but you know what I'm saying. That was, you see. I had a partner named Ralph. You see me, you see him.
Yeah.
So it's.
Can I say something? Not
Yeah.
to cut you off. Can we? Somebody made a comment, and I think it kind of hits what you're saying. Can we slide back up to a comment? And they said I had to teach myself. Can we go up a little bit? No, up,
Down.
down, the opposite way. You got to go up. See? Can we go up some? Because I think it hits home. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It was around the comment about being submissive and stuff, and it kind of hits. They said, they made a comment and they said something to the fact that I had to teach myself on what I wanted. Do you remember that comment?
But we got something at the bottom that haven't been read.
Okay. Anyway, there's a comment out here, and it's by a female, and it hits home on basically to me. Okay, that's right there. I never seen what a good man looked like as a girl, but I knew what I wanted my husband to look like and what I wanted for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn it around, that's basically what you're having to teach yourself now at this stage.
Right.
Like, you know what it means to be a father,
Right.
but now you got to basically
Learn
how to, what you got to do to separate to be a husband.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we got some comments. Is this the very bottom of it?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we already read that comment that I want to come back next week. I enjoyed this positive thoughts as far as growth is concerned. These are real life topics that need to be talked about. Love the platform. A lot of times relationships get broken up because they are married for babies, and that's not the answer. I agree. A lot of times also we get married because we don't want to be by ourselves and we need companionship.
Yeah, I know a lot of men that I got a partner right now that going through hell, and he a good dude, real good dude.
Says the friend.
I mean, he's a real good dude, but he fell in love with the wrong woman, and she don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying that
Yeah.
because I know I'm a good motherfucker.
And some women know that they have a good man, so they'll.
And she.
I'm on birth control, and then have a baby.
No, I mean, they don't even have no kids. He just one of those people
What are you
that
in love then? If he's staying?
I don't know if it's love. I just think that he don't want to be alone.
Oh, it's the heart.
No, it's that good.
It's that good.
It's
Yeah.
that fire. It's
Yeah.
that fire. You said men stand for fire.
She probably.
It's that
No,
fire.
He probably do it in her butt.
Whatever.
What's wrong with that?
It ain't nothing. You find a butt taker.
Oh,
Ding,
Okay, we got another comment, Juan. But it's a support that you see when you're in any relationship. I talk about this all the time. The best relationship is when two can support each other in anything they want to do.
That's right.
But
That's
they have
right.
to be open-minded. And to a certain extent, it goes back to what old boy stated about being submissive. But both parties have to be open-minded to being submissive.
Right. That's why it goes back to what old boy said. You have to raise your daughter to be. If you know, and you got to be equally yoked mentally somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, and then you got to understand what really is the key is knowing your strength, his weakness, his strength, and your weakness, and being able to say, I don't know it, because you know, a lot of times people just don't want to say, I don't know.
Right.
Oh my God, yes, I don't know.
One more comment. I am now an advocate for women of domestic violence, so I had to learn that everything I went through was a blessing to be able to help other people.
Yes.
Juan made a comment. Juan made a comment on another show, and he
Right.
stated that if you own your truth and accept your truth, truth is the most beautiful thing that you can have. You remember making that comment?
Right.
And that makes me, okay, so we got another comment. We got a lot of comments today. A lot of women and men choose what they want, but not what's best for them in the relationship.
Yes.
Read it again. He said, read it again. A lot of women and men choose what they want, but not what's best for them in a relationship.
Yes.
And then somebody said facts.
Yes.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and close out, and we're gonna try to give at least some type of solution to help you remember about once you watch this again, and you know, see it at the end of the podcast. So, Juan, try to give us a solution to when should you leave a relationship.
Well, I think honestly the three things that I say you need to leave when you got a person that's just really abusive, and when an abusive person is a sick person, and they keep putting their hands on you, it's gonna get worse and worse till they kill you. You need to get out. If you got a person that got, you know, that's like a pedophile or something. You find them messing with your daughter, your child come to you and say this person did something. Because children don't usually lie about somebody bothering them or touching them.
Yes.
And you need to get out of it. And one, the other thing, if y'all just can't see the eye to eye, or y'all finances ain't in order, and you got one bill payer and one that don't pay the bills, that's the ultimate go ahead. Because you're never going to get any further in life if you trying to save $1 and they throwing away $3. So I just feel like that financial thing. But the other thing, if you're not in love with a person and you know it, don't sit up and waste their time.
Yeah.
And I know it might hurt them, but in the long run, they would appreciate you because you getting out of their life before.
Before it's too.
And even if they got a chemical dependency problem and you done did everything you can and you see that they going down that rabbit hole, don't let them drag you and your kids down, because one of your kids might see them do it and they start repeating the cycle.
Yep. So.
Okay, the last 3 comments. Your truth is so beautiful when you find yourself.
Yes.
Your peace is everything.
Yes.
You leave a relationship when you have done all you can do to help the problem. Life is so beautiful when you focus on yourself and get yourself together.
Amen.
When that relationship is no longer conducive to you, that's when you leave. That's when you leave. When it's no longer. When it's no longer.
Yes.
Never waste someone's time. That's right.
You
Yes.
just said that.
Yeah. Respect yourself over everything else.
Keep reading.
Only deal with things that feed you mentally and emotionally. Knowing everything good for you don't always feel good, but know what you're willing to accept.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Yep.
All right, Miss Taybone.
I think when you should leave a relationship is, and I'm not gonna too much say that is when you're unhappy, because somebody still can make you happy, but if they're not listening to why you're not happy and trying to compromise, and because your happiness also helps them be happy also, because you don't want to be with somebody running around, they all grumpy and stuff.
Right.
And my biggest thing is that people have children, and this is happening in a lot of young relationships, also older if you have children. People don't know how to compromise. Some people still want to go out and do their thing, but then somebody got to watch the child, especially when it's not a grandmother or somebody helping out. So you have to be willing to let your mate have a life. You still have a life, and trust also plays a factor in that. You also compromise even sexually when that child is still there. You don't want them watching that stuff. Sometimes you gotta put your butt outside the door and still do what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you still gotta make it happen. You know what a child can't see, but you hide a little
That's
bit.
why
Get
you
up.
ride him.
You cut a hole in the door and put your butt to it.
No, you ride him slowly while y'all watching movie night.
Well, while the child
With the
watches.
kids. No, with the kid. You get on his. Mommy just goes.
Oh my
Me and
God.
me and my baby daddy have done this. He's a valid listener of the show. I got on his lap. I rode him while we was having movie night with the kids.
With the kids?
Yes, they didn't know what was going on.
You think they didn't?
I know they did.
Oh my God. I knew a lot of
You
stuff.
got
Sometimes you know a lot of.
machine up your thing. I mean,
No, we had sex during movie
how you
night.
do that?
No, sometimes in life we think that our kids don't know.
Oh, and they sit down
and
and
they
look,
know. Because we was young once and
No,
we knew
my-
what was
my-
going on.
my
Our
baby-
parents thought we did.
My baby was still wearing diapers at the time. She didn't
And
know.
you was wondering why they was rolling on Mr. Teddy. Yeah, but my biggest thing is
In the closet with their cousin.
when you should leave is my biggest thing is when you should leave a relationship is when there's no more compromising, because we should definitely be able to compromise in a relationship. So I'm going to tell all our listeners to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Thank you all. We'll see you next Monday.
And
7
share this
o'clock.
podcast.
Yep. Like,
Yes.
share, and compliment.